Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, this is going to be a first on this channel because I want to show you a board game that I recently purchased, and it relates to the Universal Monsters and their world. Now, as I say, I've never reviewed an actual horror board game on my channel before, let alone any kind of board game. So I like this game that much. I thought I'd make a video about it. Okay, so the board game I am referring to is a board game called Horrified. Just look at that cover, guys. Such an eye-catching cover. It instantly captured the interest. The instant I saw it, on the internet. Yeah. So basically, I'm just going to tell you what the board game is about. What it consists of, and then I'm going to do an unboxing for you just to show you the contents. Okay. So yeah. So as I say, this relates to the Universal Monsters, and 1 to 5 players can play, so you actually play the game solo as well. I'll just show you the back there, guys. There's the map of the land where all the Universal Monsters roam about, and you've got to try and conquer them. And there's the figures there, guys. Yeah, they're all there. The Wolfman, Frankenstein's monster, the creature from the Black Lagoon, Dracula. Yeah, and there's all your cards and that. So yeah, all right then, guys. I'll just read you the blurb at the back, and I'll just open the box just to show you the contents. Right. A city screams in terror. A cooperative game against the world's most famous monsters. Now the village is under attack. Dracula, the mummy, Frankenstein's monster, his bride and more are on the rampage, and your team of heroes must defeat them. Now each monster offers an entirely unique challenge, and players can adjust the difficulty by playing against a new group of adversaries every game. Overcome them all before the horror overwhelms you. So yeah, so sounds fascinating. I haven't actually managed to set it up yet and play a game, and I'm not on bought it yet. So yeah, you get your content, your game board, monster mats, monster figures. Yeah. All right then, guys. I'll just unbox it for you and just show you the contents. They've actually done a follow up to this, but it involves the urban legend creatures, such as Bigfoot, and the Mothman and that. But this, as I say, this relates to the Universal Monsters. All right then, guys. Without further ado, I'll just open it up. So, let's take the lid off, guys, and there's your instruction booklet, guys, for Horrified. Fantastic. All your rules and that. All the figures and that, and cards and so forth. How to play. All your items, what you've got to collect, guys, to help you defeat the monsters. Now, if you're a Universal Monsters fan, I highly recommend that but you've got to like board games and that, I'd highly recommend that you pick this up and give it a go, And there you go. There's some of the each monster's got their own character cards with all the strengths and weaknesses. So you've got Dracula there and the creature from the Black Lagoon, guys. And you've got to defeat the monsters. They've all got their own individual characteristics. There's different ways of defeating the monsters. For example, the Wolfman, you've got to find so many cures for him and that, And then the Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, you've got to sort of like get them together and try to sort of basically teach them to be more human and that, if you fail, you're slaughtered basically. Yeah, the Invisible Man, he's even in it as well, guys. And the mummy, and one of my all-time favourite movie monsters, the Wolfman. Fantastic, the Wolfman. Yeah. So there you go, guys. That's the instruction booklet of Horrified. Now I'll just show you the interior. I like the way the back of the game board is sort of like gives a nod to the old Universal Monsters when he used to give the first movies used to give a warning before the movie started and that, I won't read it you all, but it basically starts by saying, we feel it would be a little unkind to present this game without just a word of friendly warning. You are about to unfold one of the strangest tales ever told. So there you go, guys. Very reminiscent of the old Universal black and white intros. Right, guys, I'll just open the game board up for you and just give you a sneak preview of the game board, guys. So there we go. This is the map, what you'll be playing on. Got all the towns and villages and all the locations where you have to travel through to find the monsters and defeat them, guys. There you go, fantastic, yeah. And that row of what's the names there at the top, row of sort of like slots. It's basically like that's like what you call a fear track. And once that gets to the end, you know, the monsters are defeated. Yeah, yeah. I don't really know the rules inside out at the moment. As I say, I only bought it in the week. So, but I got the idea of that part and that, you know. So there you go, fantastic, lovely coloured game board, guys, for Horrified. Now, show you inside, guys. So you've got your, I haven't opened them yet. You've got your heroes and that, and you've got your villagers and that. There you go. Fantastic, and there's your tokens, guys, and many of them there are as well too. All different weapons and that, and potions and that to help you defeat the monsters. Very cooperative game, you know. But it's good that you can play it solo as well. I'll show you the monster cards now, guys. So you come in this bag. There's Frankenstein and his bride, and there you go. Fantastic. Creature from the Black Lagoon. The Wolfman. There's the cures, what you've got to find for him. To rid him of the curse of lycanthropy. The Invisible Man. Awesome universal character, guys. As I say, each monster you've got to defeat them different ways. For instance, Dracula's got 4 coffins and they need to be smashed. And then you've got to get Dracula himself and kill him. So as I say, there's all different ways of killing the monsters and that, you know. And it's basically a race against the clock as well. Because each time, for what I can gather from the sort of like initially reading of the rules, you know, once that counter gets to the end, the fear track, you're basically toast, you know. So as I say, you've got to defeat the monsters and that before the monsters defeat you. Yeah, so really made up with this. And there's the mummy, guys. Got to fight. You've got to sort of like solve a puzzle to defeat him. Yeah. All right then, guys. So they're the monster cards for Horrified. Yeah. So yeah, lovely artwork on this, guys. You know, it's really very consummately done. You know, really made up with it. So I'll just show you the what's the names now, guys. The figures come in this like a nice little black bag, guys. And I've got the cellophane one inside. So they're unpainted, but they look awesome. So you've got Frankenstein's monster. Frankenstein's monster. There you go. Fantastic. So Frankie and his bride, who of course shunned them in the classic Bride of Frankenstein, didn't she? But there might be hope for a loving relationship in this game if you play your cards right. Pardon the pun. There you go. That's the bride, guys. As played by the lovely Elsa Lanchester in the 1935 classic, The Bride of Frankenstein, guys. And there's the Invisible Man. I might actually paint these up, you know, to make them look even better. That's the Invisible Man. And the creature from the Black Lagoon, ready to pounce on another bikini-clad lady. There you go. He'd look fantastic in his natural colour of green. And the great Count himself, Count Dracula. There you go, Count Dracula. The children of the night, what music they make. Played brilliantly by Bela Lugosi in the old Universal horror movies, guys. So yeah, that's Count Dracula. And last but by no means least is the Mummy. So there you go, guys. There's the Mummy. Portrayed by Boris Karloff in the very first Universal Mummy movie, and then subsequently by actors, such great actors as Lon Chaney Jr., guys. There's the Mummy, yeah. All right then, guys. So they're all the horror figures. So I'll just put those back in the bag, and then we'll move on. So yeah, awesome horror game this. If anybody loves the Universal Monsters, I think you'll have a blast with this game. Yeah, so there you go. Just showing you the Universal Monsters, what you've got to pit your wits against. Basically, these wrestlers just sort of like, they're just the stands to put them on, you know. The heroes, basically, and the villagers. And then you've got your dice, guys. There's your dice for your battle turns when you're fighting the monsters. And then you've got all your cards and that, your random cards, what you draw throughout the game, guys. Fantastic, yeah. there is an element of strategy in this game as well as a chance. So I do like my strategy as well. I don't really go for games that just rely purely on chance and dice rolls. So I made sure that this is a strategy game as well as a a random game. Yeah. So there you go. That's the cards, guys. And basically I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah. There's the black bag what I showed you before. So I'll just put these back in, guys, and then I'll conclude the video. So yeah, I'm really made up with this, guys. I should say, as you know, I love my Universal horror. So when I saw this, I thought to myself, I've got to get that. Having all the Universal monsters in it and that. All my favourites and that. Frankenstein, Dracula, the Wolfman, and they did a real good job with this artwork, guys. Just fantastic, Yeah, this would make a nice Christmas present for anybody who likes the Universal monsters, wouldn't it? So yeah, they did a really good job with this game, guys, and it'd be interesting if I like it. I might even treat myself to the part 2, Horrified part 2. So yeah, really pleased with this, and I've actually joined. There's actually a group on Facebook, guys, called the Horrified Facebook group, which I've joined. So I'll start interacting with people on there and that, talking about the game and that, and maybe fingers crossed I might even get a couple of opponents and that, and it would be nice to organise some tournaments as well for Horrified and that. Yeah, awesome box. Like, I love the design on this. They did a fantastic job. Just look at that. That's their board. It's just very, very colourful and that, and it promises to be a real blast, this game, once I've learned all the rules and start playing a couple of games and that. And what I like about it as well, I said each monster you've got to defeat each monster in a particular way, and as I said, for instance, about Dracula, he's got 4 coffins. You've got to find his coffins and smash them. Then you've got to go after the king of the vampires himself. And as I say, the Wolfman, you've got to find a cure for him and that, But, oh, yeah, interesting the way they sort of, design this game, and no 2 games, from what I've read, no 2 games are the same, So, yeah, so I'm really looking forward to starting my first game of Horrified and that. But I say, once I learn the rules and that, really familiarise myself, and I'll get stuck in then, and I'll let you know I'll get on with my first couple of games and that. When you can play, the hardest level of difficulty when you play against all of the monsters and that, which you can imagine can be pretty tough. You do recommend starting off playing against Dracula and the creature from the Black Lagoon just to get a feel for the game. So I might do that actually, just play against Dracula and the creature from the Black Lagoon just to see how it got on. Yeah. All right then, guys. So that concludes my unboxing of the new board game Horrified. Yeah, have you got this board game by any chance? What do you think of it? Leave your comments down below. I'd be very interested to hear what you thought of it and that. And as I say, if I like it, I'll get Horrified Part 2. Yeah. So anything to do with the Universal monsters, I'm there. I've got my second figure as well. The NECA figures what I've been buying, Frankenstein and that. So set him up with the Wolfman. I've got to get Dracula. Yeah. So once I get Dracula, I'll do me a video all my horror, my horror collection and that, and it'll look really nice. So I'll have all the monsters aligned at the top, yeah. But I won't tell you any more about that until I do the video, yeah. Alright then, guys, so I hope you enjoyed me unboxing of this new fantastic horror board game called Horrified, yeah. So Universal Studio Monsters, and as I say, 1 to 5 players ages 10 and up can play this game. So yeah, it promises to be a lot of fun, and as I say, I just can't get over how beautifully designed it is and that, so, and all the classic monsters are there, yeah. So as I said before, I might just paint them up to make them look even more fantastic, yeah. All right then, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. The usual, if you like it, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well, I shall be back again very, very soon with another video. Take care. Bye for now.